Hi, my name is Tosh, John McIntosh. My real name, everybody calls me Tosh.
Woohoo.
10 years ago, I had a stroke, and it left me with paralyzed on my left hand side. But fortunately, my speech is fairly good. My ideas are not always the best, but my speech is okay. Prior to my brain injury, I worked for 40 years on Wall Street as a commodity trader. I traded coffee futures, basically. I did that for 40 years. Enjoyed every minute of it. It was a lot of fun and challenging. Now it is totally computerized, and there's no more people down there on the commodity market. It's only computers now, which is it's unfortunate, really. Because as people is what makes places, jobs, and even a group like ours. It's all about the people who are involved that make it interesting and fun to do. We're a friendly group. We all get together once a week on Wednesdays and enjoy each other's company as we struggle to get through some of our TBIs together. That's what we're all about. Now I'll turn it over to Mike.
My name is Michael Stephen McKenkel Sr. I was 26, had an aneurysm, had a stroke, and became diabetic. Before, I used to work at Hills, County Lodge, and at the airport, a line serviceman does fueling, washing the planes. After that, my aneurysm and stroke caused me to have a lot of depression, anxiety, suicide. I went through divorce, separation. I went through a lot of doctors. I lost my job, I lost a lot of things. And if it wasn't for this place, I would have been dead or would have been hospitalized for the rest of my life. Now, I'm 51. I'm getting married. May 25th.
And he's very nervous.
Yeah. to a woman who
Very difficult.
to a woman who cares for me. After this whole thing, I'm able to drive. I'm able to fix things. You name it, I could fix whatever. Vacuums, VCRs, DVDs, radios, small appliances. I can fix anything. I have more patience. I help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I
Good
always
friend.
help everybody.
You're an extremely good friend.
Yes, so if it wasn't for this here place, who knows? So thank for this here place, because we need a purpose in life for our existence. The brain is the most important thing in the body, and it takes time, it takes patience to heal each brain injury. So thank God we all live together. Thank you.
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Rick Clark. I'm a brain injury survivor. What I'm here today to talk to you about is an initiating incident that changed my life. It's been a very long road to recovery. But now I'm able to see a new focus, and every day I feel a new lift on life. I've spoken to many audiences about traumatic brain injury, TBI, and whenever I give any of my talks, I want to leave you with a motivating message, one that gets instilled into your subconscious minds. At 15 years old, I was driving my motorcycle on a clear afternoon in October when a truck ran a stop sign. I was thrown headfirst into the truck, smashing the mirror with my face. I was left with a lacerated left side. I was in a coma for approximately 3 months and incoherent for another 3 months after the accident.
Well, see, I was brain injured back in the archaic days. When there was nothing, no.
Back in disco days?
That's it, yes. Boy, I tell you, I can dance. Yeah, well, no, but I was, brain injured back in 1970 when there was nothing, and my mom took it upon herself to rehabilitate me. My mom just, she was able to rehabilitate me, and I think the most important ingredient was love, and
Yep.
that's what we all need, to survive. And I couldn't walk or anything, but talk. I mean, I'd go take me to the beach daily, and I'd walk. I'd try to walk in the sand, and that does something to your brain. Get your motor senses working.
Mm-hmm.
And that worked. That's went on for quite a while, but that's what really worked the best. And I just I took a lot of speech therapy. I recorded a lot of sessions and everything, and I remember. But I wasn't supposed to be able to drive at all. They said he's no candidate no longer. So my mom just went out and bought me a Porsche, and I learned how to drive, it's like, for it was a small, at that time the cars were big, and this was a small mid-engine, and, but I don't care to say, but I got more dings in that. but wasn't my fault. It was the other guy's fault.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't their fault, it was their fault.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yes. For many years, I was the editor of a Sudden Impact newsletter, and thanks, Mike. I just I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd have to revise and re-revise some stories, and that was my final story that came out, and it's amazing. The brain is a very, very amazing thing. I still like to still write, but I have so many stories, all the way from abstract awareness, which I mentioned before, abstract awareness to the coma connection,
I would like to add something that Rick is also an author of a book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, Rick. Tell us the
Yes.
name of your book so people out there might be
Yes.
interested in reading
Yes,
it.
yeah, thank you. I tell you.
Yes. His book about his.
I just.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Yes, yeah. It's book. It's called No Horns, No Trumpets.
Yes.
And
Wow.
it's about actually. My mom wrote it. I interjected little stories throughout it, and it's a very interesting book. rated by it, you know, it's for sale.
I'm Mindy Sears. I had my accident December 24th of 1996. I killed my car. My Beretta. I was in the hospital until April 25th of 97. Hospital was interesting. It was kind of fun. My nurse Genevieve was awesome. I got out and begged to go back to work. I finally got to. I ended up getting my license, you know, driving again, going for another driver's test in Vermont to make sure I was okay to drive. I wouldn't have driven anyway. But I went back to work at PNC Foods. Jody Turnbull, he helped me with my rehab, everything, basically. He was better than the hospital, no offense, guys. But, you know, and I've just been living my life for, I don't know, 20 years, 22, 23 years after. I'm, you know, tired every day, but I do it. You know, I can do a lot of things. So, my last job I worked with animals, dogs, you know, and I used to work at a pet store, and that was great. I love working with animals. I don't know, I just come here. I'm happy, I'm fun, you know. I'm just me. My injury was in 1993, shortly after the birth of my daughter. I had 5 grand mal seizures. They found a brain tumor. I was married to my daughter's father. He unfortunately left me because he didn't want to be married to a defective woman. So after 10 years, I divorced him because I finally was strong enough through the power of my church, through the power of prayer. I was able to divorce that husband. I was the basic logic associate for the Glens Falls. I'm trying to remember. JCPenney. I was in charge of the merchandise there for the customers to buy, how it was displayed, the orders. I was to make sure how it was displayed, and I was in the morning meetings with the higher ups and all this stuff, but
That was, yeah.
and I wound up having a seizure in 93 in Crossgates Mall. I was Christmas shopping with my older sister.
Oh, boy.
And wound up having a seizure in the middle of the mall. They found a brain tumor.
Oh.
And said, you might want to consult a neurologist. You have a brain tumor. So I had this brain surgery and wound up in Sunnyview Rehab Center. I learned how to walk all over again, learned how to feed myself, all 9 yards. And I don't remember my spouse, my first one, coming to visit me in the hospital.
It's Shen Barger. I am 45. I had an aneurysm on the right side, which caused a right-sided subdural hematoma, which was a brain bleed. Before my TBI, I was a manager of a major farm store. So I was pretty much forced to leave work before it happened because I was sick prior. But I guess really what's important to me is that people understand TBI, that you can realize how quickly what you have changes. It does become a struggle, but we have to learn to overcome what God gave us in our struggle. And I think I do a great job of that. I also lost my hearing, so I'm deaf, but that's okay because it's easy. When you don't want to hear anybody talk, you can just take not listen. But all in all, I think this program in TBI, this program's great for us, and I think that TBI needs more awareness. And one thing for everyone to remember is that I think that we're all people just like everyone else, even though we have our differences. But life is a constant struggle. Without a TBI, it's a constant struggle. But with TBI, it's that much harder, but we have to learn to get through what God gave us. So thank
You?
I don't remember after
Do
my
you remember?
injury.
No?
Nope.
Does anyone remember? No?
Yeah.
You do.
And how, you do? You remember how you felt?
It's because people, they don't understand. I
Depression.
felt abandoned.
I felt depression, hatred, anger, frustrated, hatred,
And that
irritated. Yeah.
that changed over a
Yeah.
period of time?
You know, I felt abandoned.
Yeah?
I'm like, you know, why God? Why did you have me?
Mm.
Why did you pick me?
Yeah.
Why me? Well, because of God.
Well, I mean,
I understand that He kept me here for a reason, and that's just it. I'm here for a reason. I'm on this earth for a reason.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is.
Let me leave you with this motivating message. Take care of your brain. You only have one. Wear a helmet, or riding a bike, or playing a contact sport. Be safe. I feel grateful to have this opportunity to share my experiences with you. Thank you for listening to my story.
all day yesterday. I was out and I was in the pasture and I was by myself. I had the dog with me, and I look around and I'm like, I'm one of the luckiest people in the world because I'm blessed every day with waking up to the Adirondack Mountains around me. I have this beautiful piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
And I say to myself, no one could ever appreciate, like all my neighbors, they all go to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the opportunity to stay home and enjoy. And that one time when I was not sick, I would have just kept going and going to work and being that robot. When now it's literally take time to smell the flowers, you really do.